welcome to episode 24 of the carp hunt. Just want to start off this episode, guys, by saying a big sorry. You know, it's been a long time now since my last vlog. I think we're going about 5-6 weeks now since the last time I've put an episode out. Reason for that being is I do 90% of my fishing, as you all would have seen, on my local club water over here. They've just brought in a new rule now saying that we're no longer allowed to film for YouTube on there. You know, they want to protect the stock of their fish, so they don't really want us advertising it to the public, you know. So it's basically to stop it from being poached or anything like that. With the videos I'm doing, you know, a lot of people get to see a lot of the contents of the lake, so yeah, they were a bit worried about that, which is understandable. So yeah, so a new rule for the club now is we're not allowed to do any YouTube filming down there. So yes, and as you all know, you know, carp fishing, it's an expensive game at the best of times, so I haven't been able to go out affording day tickets week in, week out. This month though, now it's the 7th of May now. Today I'm on 48 hours on Forest Ponds, I'm on the Specimen Lake. Sean's down here as well. He's just brought his stuff down. He's shot off. He's had to go back to work, but he's going to be back down later on this afternoon once he's done his round of parcel deliveries today. So yeah, so we'll have Sean with us on this episode, and we have got another 48-hour booked on here as well in 2 weeks' time, so that'll be another episode coming through. But yeah, again guys, I can only apologise for the lack of content. I'm going to keep trying my hardest to push through as much as I can. You know, it might just come down to the fact of me having to just do the odd day session here and there, maybe a 24, just on a few runs waters and things like that, because the main water we get to fish at for decent fish is Forest Pond Specimen Lake, and you know, it gets booked up well in advance, so it's not a case of just being able to rock up here and fish. So yeah, again guys, I'm really sorry, but yeah, I will try and keep some episodes coming through for you. Also guys, the draw has been done for the competition and the winner was Lee Roberts. I've been in touch with him as well. We've sorted all the details out, so big congratulations to Lee there. Well done, mate. And yeah, me and Sean are looking forward to that session. Lee's actually picked the August session. I did say there was going to be a few dates to pick from, and yeah, he's chose, I think it's the 20th of August, that weekend, to fish with us. So yeah, it's going to be him and his mate coming down, and we're going to be doing a bit of fishing, a bit of filming, hopefully have a few tinnies or whatever as well, and a bit of a laugh. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Well done, Lee. Congratulations, mate, and thanks to everyone who entered. And yeah, I will be running some future competitions and things like that as well, so yeah, keep your eyes pinned for them, guys, and make sure you subscribed to the channel so you know you're going to be entered automatically then after the time into any of the competitions I do. Make sure you hit that notification as well, the bell icon, so you know when all my stuff's going up live and you can stay up to date with it all, guys. So yeah, big well done to Lee, and thanks again for everyone that entered. Cheers guys. Just wanted to do a little plug as well. You know, with COVID, everyone's been struggling lately, all businesses have been struggling. So yeah, now's the best time, more than any, that you know, your local tackle shops, they do need your support. I know that I advertise a bit of other online things and things like that as well, but I also put my hand in my pocket every time when I'm out in the bank and I go and see my local tackle shop, which is Tim's Tackle over here on the Isle of Wight. You know, Tim, the matey that runs it, is a top bloke. If you're ever over here, have a pop in and go and have a chat with him. He's very knowledgeable, knows all about the lakes on the island, can put you onto a few good fish, you know, so well worth popping in and having a chat with him. Also, he stocks everything you ever need, from nash to sticky baits, main line, you know, all your baits covered, fox, corda, all the tackle, everything is there at his disposal for you guys. You know, it's not the biggest of shops, but he's fully stocked, that shop, right? He's got everything you can need in there, batteries, gas, to clothing, bivvies, bed chairs, barrows, alarms, rods. He's got the whole lot's there. So yeah, if you get over, you've managed to get over to the Isle of Wight to do the spot fishing, make sure to pop in to see Tim and Tim's Tackle. Yeah, you won't go far wrong there, guys. Go and check him out. Right then guys, so yeah, getting on to the session in hand. Like I said, we're on Forest Pond Specimen Lake for 48 hours, and I tell you what, I've never seen it like this. I've seen it when the wind's been up, but I've never fished it like this before. I've never fished a lake that literally is just covered in weed before. You know, it's going to be, oh, no bleep on the right hand rod there. Yeah, as I was saying, I've never fished a lake when it's been full of weed. Now, at the minute, I've always known this lake gets weedy throughout, like, the warmer months. That's why I normally choose to fish here in the winter times. I've only done a few sessions down here myself, but I do prefer to fish it in the winter because it's a lot easier to get your spots. You know, it's a lot more difficult now. The level has gone up to a 10 now to fish this lake, but you know, it's a challenge, so I'm willing to accept that challenge. I'm going to give it all I've got. And I've been out in the boat, had a good look around. Literally there was 1 or 2 spots. It's the whole of this corner that I've got here, all the way to the island to my left. It's just full of weed. Literally, it's that far below the surface now, and it's mainly around 5 foot or 6 foot of depth out here in front of me. So yeah, it's stacked. I will film a bit of it and clip it in as well, just to show you how dense this weed is. But yeah, like I said, I found 2 spots out there. I'm choosing not to fish them though. You know, it's very sunny today. It's real high pressure, very warm, and there is a lot of overhanging trees all around this margin. You've got a nice reed line opposite, some overhanging trees over there as well. And I popped down yesterday and I've gone and put a bit of bait around a few spots, some locally looking areas. You know, it's about 2 to 3 foot deep, some of them are. With the polaroids on, you can clearly see the bottom, nice clear spots. The weed isn't as bad around the margins, so baited up a few spots yesterday. No doubt there's been a bit of bird life on them, but literally pretty much every spot was wiped out. So yeah, when I've got here this morning, I've just trickled just a little bit back on top of them spots, and yeah, I've chosen to just go on them. I'm just going to be fishing them spots this session. I've got 3 scattered round the farm, well, 2 over the far margin and 1 to my right on the tree line round there. Yeah, so we'll see if they come good. Just fishing my normal kind of style, you know. I'm only fishing like lead clips, and I'm fishing on the D-rig looper liners. You know, I'm absolutely loving them at the minute. Every fish I'm catching at the moment have been nailed in that bottom lip, you know. So I've got 100% confidence in them. If I pick a fish up, I'm not going to be losing it, you know. The lead clip as well, I'm just nicking that on, so if I do get a bite, that lead's ejected straight away. The fish will come up and hopefully I can keep it towards the top. So like I say, the amount of weed in there out in front of me, they're going to be diving straight in for that. Got the boat to use as well if I need to. I'm sort of quite looking forward to that a little bit as well. Like if it does happen, I get weeded up and actually getting out and having a bit of a boat battle. You know, you see it all the time with the main, like the top carpers that we watch on YouTube and that. You know, going out on big waters and having them big boat battles. So that'll be interesting to see if that happens this time for me. But yeah, for now, guys, I'm going to shut up waffling on because I'm starting to do my own head in a little bit. And, yeah, we'll see how the day pans out, and I'll update you as soon as anything happens, guys. Tight guys. So I just thought to give you a quick update of what's been going on today. We're currently on 7 o'clock now. Sean's just got here about half hour ago. I've had a bit of a pain in the arse one today, to be fair. Got the rods out in all 3 spots earlier on today. Didn't get the rods out probably till about 11 o'clock. It's no rods, sorry, it's about 10 o'clock, so just before Sean left. But the problem I'm having is all the spots that I'm fishing, pretty much it's all on the far margin now. I had the one down in that left hand towards the lock and aerator that's there, and it's just off of there, not too far off. But yeah, I was getting mullered by the ducks on there. I had a savage drop back. I'm thinking I've got fish on, and no, it's just that duck bloody picked me up, didn't it? Bloody typical. So yeah, I chose to move that rod out onto a spot further over. So I've got pretty much 3 rods fanned out along the reeds and the tree line over there. So the only issue I've got now is the line lay, because there's weed pretty much between me and the spots I'm fishing out there. It's like 60 yards roughly thereabouts. So yeah, it's going to be one of them. Because the line lade's obviously going across the weed, across the top of it. I'm fishing a tight line over it. There's a lot of geese about as well. I've been wiped out twice, where they're coming in quite close to where I am, and then they've gone through the line and wiped one of the rods out twice. I've had to redo that one. Yeah, so I've got them back out now on the spots. Luckily enough, I've got Sean with me, because when you're bait boating it out there, getting over there, I'm walking around with it as well, so I can actually see it get down on the spot all right then. And then what was happening, I'm coming back, tightening the line, and obviously because it's getting a slack line out there to the bait boat, so when you're dropping it, it's getting tucked in the weed, so when you're trying to get that tight line, it's moving the rig off the spot out there. So luckily enough, Sean's got here, brought a nice kebab meat for us as well, a nice doner kebab, so we munched that off first. And then yeah, I redid all 3 rods, so because I've got Sean there to help me, what I did is having him holding the rod up high, keeping a tight line to the boat, then I can watch it drop down, then he's just getting a nice tight line to it and setting it on the sticks for me straight away then. And yeah, I'm out there watching it after he's tightened it and the rod's all set on the rod pod. You know, the bait was still sitting there in the middle of what I've dropped out there as well, so that's good. So at least I know now 100% I can sit behind these rods tonight and I know they're fishing efficiently out there. But yeah, I think if I haven't had nothing by say 10-11 o'clock tomorrow, I might have a move up to the middle, because you know, it's a bit shallower up through there and it's a lot clearer as well. I was out in the boat yesterday up there having a little mooch around, and yeah, pretty much all you was getting up there between my swim and Sean's swim all through the back of the island is big massive clear areas, and when there is patches of weed it's really low, it's only like a couple of inches off the bottom, so even if you're on top of that you're still presenting a rig there, to be fair. And yeah, there's a nice reed line over there to fish to and everything like that as well, so I know I'm fishing efficiently tonight. If I don't get nothing, then yeah, I think I'm going to have a move just to make it a bit easier getting resetting rods and things like that, because especially on the night times as well down here, because these geese are all in season and that now as well, they go mad down on this lake. They do actually, you know, they're trying to mate, they're picking their partners and everything like that. It's like a war zone out there, so yeah, I don't fancy that if, you know, that line's laying across and they're smashing out here tonight and trying to reset them rods through the night like that. It's going to be a pain in the backside. So yeah, maybe have a move tomorrow, but we'll just see how the night goes. What I'll do is I'll get Sean to have a chat with you tomorrow as well about what he's doing up in his swim and that. Yeah, so that's going to be all for tonight, guys, unless I have a fish, obviously. But if not, I'll be seeing you all in the morning. Tight lines, guys. Come on! Oh, we'll have a bit of that. Yeah. Right guys, so absolutely buzzing. Sean turned off, we ate a kebab, he helped me get the rod back out over, and it's the left hand one over towards the little tree spot over there I know about. And yeah, buzzing. It was only back out about half hour over there, and I've had this banging 26.5 pound fully scale.
Scaly banger.
Check that out, yes. I was a bit disheartened earlier as well, thinking the session, you know, with all that weed out there, it's going to be a tough session, but it's not a blank, and I probably caught one of the prettiest fish in the lake as well.
She's a beauty.
So happy. I'll give you a flip round and have a look at the other side of her as well. You've got it when they look like this. Yeah, that was taken on a Wicked Whites pop-up as well, just a little 12 miller. The slick D-wig looper liner with a size 4 calf shank. And yeah, it held up very well, you know, it's wall-to-wall weed between me and this spot, and I've got her all the way back through it as well. It weeded me up a few times, but yeah, no dramas, got her in, and that's me prize, yes. Right, gonna get some pics and then we'll get this one back and get that rod back out. Come on! absolutely buzzing. It's come 10 o'clock and yeah, I've had another run. This time it was just to the right of that spot. I'm basically fishing one at the tree over there and one to the left of that. The left hand one was the one I had the other bite on the fullest scale. And yeah, I've just got off of this one. What was it again, Sean? 25 on the nose?
25 on the nose.
Wow,
look at that, nice and angry
well.
that.
Go on, we'll have a bit of that. What a session this is turning out to be.
Still early days yet.
Yeah. And you know, she have a banging battle again through the weed. You know, I'm fishing 60 yards out and it's dense weed from me to the spot, you know, and it's just constant bosh in the weed, in the weed. And yeah, again, push fishing tackle as well, you know, it's doing the business for me.
Loving the ups.
Yeah, so size 4 curve shanks and D-rig looper liners, you know, they're absolutely nailing them. We'll give you a flip round and have a look at the other side. Hopefully Sean will get on the scoreboard tonight now as well. You know, there's been a few fish coming out on the spot that he's fishing up there, so hopefully Sean will jump on that scoreboard tonight. Look at it again,
look at
up
that.
As well. What a picture. Look at that, absolute beauty, absolutely beautiful. But yeah, going to get some shots of this one now, and then yeah, we'll get her back, and hopefully, you know, still, like I say, it's still early, it's only 10 o'clock, so yeah, hopefully we can nick another one tonight. But if not, I'll get a good night's sleep and I'll see you guys in the morning. Yes.
Well done.
Morning guys, and what a morning it is. Completely different day today, contrast to yesterday. Clear blue skies yesterday, lovely and sunny, really warm. Woke up this morning and it's absolutely hammering it down, the wind's blowing a hoolie and everything. It's a completely different day today. Yeah, on the fishing front though, obviously I had them 2 fish yesterday, and I was only fishing 2 rods out there last night, so obviously I had that bite at 10 o'clock and I didn't put the rod back out. Yeah, so I left that rod in after that bite last night, and then I had the one left out there, and it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. I had like a savage drop back on it, and then it pulled up a little bit and then it dropped back, so I'm a bit into it. I'm half asleep as well while I'm doing this. Just can't feel nothing there, and I look out and I can just see in the darkness over towards the spot was like 3 big geese out there, so yeah, clearly they were doing something out there. But it was just that rain had just come in then at that point, so I just left the rod in, and that's what I thought today. So basically from 2 o'clock last night I haven't had any rods in the water. You know, I didn't want to, I have to really, when I'm boating it out over there to get to that spot, so I make sure I drop it right tight into the spot that's over there. You have to really be able to look at the spot. So when you're boating it out, I have to go around and look at the spot and drop it down into it. So yeah, so I haven't got any rods in at the minute, but I'm going to let this rain pass. I think we've got it until about 11, 12 o'clock today, you know. Not in no rush now. I've had 2 good fish, you know. I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. I know people are looking, think you're mad, you know, you could be on for a brilliant session, get the rods back out there. But yeah, I think I'm just going to let this rain pass, and it's going to let the swim die down as well then, you know. Let the swim just relax again after having them couple of fish out of there. It's not going to hurt me, you know. I might go around and just pop a little bit of bait on there. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm going to leave it for now. Finish my coffee, probably get some breakfast on, and then yeah, I'll update you with whatever happens throughout the day, with whatever I plan to do. Whether I do plan on getting them back out there a bit earlier or what, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, until then, I'll speak to you soon, guys.
Update on my side of the fishing. Nothing as of yet. Didn't get here, but did get me rods out until pretty late last night. At work yesterday, so got down there for about 9:30 in the morning just to set up my bivvy and that, and all my everything. Then I went off to work. But on the way back down, I got down there about 6:30ish, something like that. Got me and Chris a kebab, which went down a treat, well needed. And then yeah, in between and all that, and me trying to get my rods out last night, it was obviously Chris had a couple of fish, which he had a couple of beauties as well. Nice one, a nice scaly banger. Yeah, so I just want to say fair play on that. Yeah, so in between of all that, and obviously yeah, I was down helping him, so I just obviously I concentrated on him and fish at that time, and like, cause obviously he's just, yeah. So the time I got up here and put my rods out, it was getting on touching dark. So, but I got up fresh morning. Redone all three rods. We've done all three rods on the spot. So I've got my middle, A rod on overhanging tree that's coming out and just touching the water. I got about 2 foot off the point of that, where it's sort of, there's a ledge, it sort of drops. Well, it seems like it's sort of led in the drops, and it's just, it just seems very nice to present the bait. So I've put that one, I've actually put it on a solid bag. Just because I've never fished a solid bag down here before. I've not known anyone to fish them down here, and I don't really know how the bottom is there. So I want something that I know is going to present a fish. You know what I'm saying? So if it has a bit of weed, it's going to hopefully, obviously it's not very high weed on this side of the lake, so hopefully it'll push it down, and yeah, and present on top of it. So that was the plan. That's the plan for that one. My middle rod, should I say, is out of against a snaggy tree, to the right of it, into the reeds. Just got about 1 foot off the reeds. As in the same with there as well. You got where the reeds are. You got a shelf. You got like a ledge there, and then the shelf, and it just drops, and it just it's like drops, and it's just like into the abyss. But it's just gone. So in the end, and obviously, and I've had a fish off that spot before. Go back a couple of weeks. So I know that is a producing spot. My other rod is just to the right of me, just round to the right of me, where it's going over to a tree, which I've never fished that tree before. There's been a cut of fish coming off it, which is a new spot to me. So I thought I'd just put one on there, give it a go, you know, because you never know unless you give it a go. But yeah, so that's my update on my rods, and my plan now is just yeah, sitting and waiting and hope they feed. So until something carpy happens, tight lines.
Oh guys, absolutely gutted. I feel like crying at the minute. Just lost one, and yeah, as you've just seen, I won't mind, but I managed to get it back through all that weed, and the last point, he's had a little turn to dive into the weed in front, or just under the rod tip. That's where the weed starts, like, and had a good look at the fish as well. And it was another good mid-20, but at least I'd say. And yeah, he's managed to just flick his head round, and he's got rid of the hook. It's just pinged out. Worst part of it is it's pinged out and flicked into a bloody tree behind me as well. So I had to go climbing a tree I managed to get all my goods back out of there, like, but yeah, not good when you have to go climbing trees and stuff like that as well. But you know, it's this type of fishing. When you're fishing these big weedy venues, you know, it's weeding me up a good few times out there. Then I've had to keep solid pressure on it constantly, and then just not give him an inch. You know, you give him an inch on it, and he's going to bury his head straight again. So, and then when they're sitting down there with the red down in that weed, you just don't know what they're doing to that hook hole down there. It's going to happen. You know, 3 bites, 2 landings. So I'm happy with that at the minute. You know, like, especially when I didn't think I was going to get really as good a chance as I've had this weekend. But the good point of it is, you know, it's only 1:30. It's a day bite as well, so You know, plenty of time still yet. Still got a good 24 hours ahead of me, so feeling very confident of another bite or two. So let's just hope we can land them ones. It's just what I've done is that one only had a size 6 on there. Those are the other 2 bites I've had were on size 4 carp shanks. It's just what I had knocked up on the rod already. So that had a size 6 on there. So yeah, with that I've changed it over. I've just tied up a new fresh rig for it, and I've put on the side. I've gone for a size 4 carp shank on that one with the loop deal rig aligners again on there. Exactly the same, but yeah, just up the size. So hopefully it's just a bit more strength, a bit more brute to just help keep that hook buried in there. So yeah, we'll see what happens for the rest of the day. I'll update you as soon as anything else happens, guys. But yeah, feeling a bit beat up and devastated at the minute. Just want to cry. Well, what can I say, guys? It's been 2 complete sessions over these last 2 days now so far. Obviously banking them 2 cracking fish yesterday, and then today now I've lost 2 fish. The first one was a ball ache of one to get it all the way through, and, you know, have it literally to the net near enough, but it just had turned to that one little bit more diver, and yeah, it's had a hook ball. That was a kick in the teeth. But yeah, the other one, it's weeded me up solid out there pretty much from the get-go. Managed to get him out, then he's had a little bit of a run and then weeded up solid again, so just kept the pressure on it. We're just debating whether to just get in the boat and go out there, and then I could feel it was grating a little bit, but you're going to feel that anyway through weed. You are going to feel a bit of grating, but this felt a little bit different. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you know, he's had a couple of knocks of his head and it's just gave away the lines. It's just cut me off. I don't know what's out there, whether there is something out there, but it was definitely a cut off. Like I say, I can feel the line grating and everything on something out there. But yeah, the good thing is, you know, it's 2 bites again now today. That was quick succession as well, within an hour of each other. So, you know, it's definitely got a few fish out here. I think Sean's contemplating having a move down to more closer to this end as well. He can still sort of fish one spot up there, but he's going to probably try and fish off the back of the island or something. He's gone to have a little look around and see what he fancies doing today, but he just doesn't feel confident up that end. He don't feel like he's really got any fish to go at. But yeah, it's definitely, there's definitely fish down here. They're absolutely loving this weed. They're holding up, and, you know, getting the bites as well. But fingers crossed, I can land a couple more. You know, it is very tough to get them through this weed because it's just a blanket of it from me to the spot. You know, it's not even a case of just putting the rod down, let it slacken off kind of thing, because all they're going to do is go into more weed. You know, when you're doing that on other lakes where you've got patches of weed, they'll eventually come out and mosey on off. I've got nowhere they can mosey to, you know. I've just got to keep that pressure on them, not too much, you know, but I've just got to keep that tension on the line and just wait for them to work themselves free. But yeah, I think next fish now, if I'm lucky enough to hook another one and it does the same thing again, you know, it really buries its head down in some weed, I'm going to take out to the boat. You know, it's just having the confidence with the boat. I've never done it. Like, I've been out in the boat, you know, out and around. I'm confident in the boat, paddling around. It's a completely different story when you're having to land a fish from a boat, you know. But the weedy, like I say, is that far from the bottom, from the top of the water as well. So that's going to be a pain in itself trying to net that fish. You know, you're just going to be pushing yourself away from it, and yeah, I think it might have to be, especially if Sean moves down, you know, he might be able to bring his rods in or something, jump out there in the boat with me to aid in, like, trying to keep a bit of momentum in the boat so I can land the fish. But yeah, just going to have to play it by ear. But it's confident though still, you know, of another bite or two. There's definitely fish in this area, so let's just see if I can maximise it and put another fish on the bank. I'm happy with how the session's going so far. You know, I've managed to land 2 absolutely stunning fish, but we always want more, don't we? Come on, let's have another beauty. evening, guys. Just thought I'd give you another little quick update of what's been happening now today. Been no more bites as of yet. We're coming on to 7 o'clock now. But what did happen earlier was I had a goose trying to come out onto the peg. He got a bit spooked and he just flew. He just went straight through all 3 of my lines, wiped every single bloody rod out he did. So yeah, I reeled them all in. Sean was having a look around and he fancied a move. He wasn't really feeling it up that top end, so for the last night he's moving down a bit closer to where I am. Hopefully to try and intercept any fish that move out the island, move out of where I am. There's like a split in the island, so it's sort of going to be intercepting that point, kind of that area of the lake. Yeah, so he's going to give it that a go for the last part, for the last night, and then going into tomorrow. But yeah, I've just got all the rods done as well now, because we had to nip off earlier as well, go and pick up his Mrs. Kylie. She's come down here to finish off, like, just to stay down here the night with him. And yeah, on top of that, she brought us a nice kebab again as well, so feeling a bit fat now, 2 kebabs in a row. And then yeah, a nice big sausage and bacon baguette this morning as well, so yeah, feeling like a proper porker. But yeah, like I say, rods are back out now, on the spots, on the money. The swim's had another couple of hours rest again, so you never know, hopefully it might result in a quick bite. Yeah, we shall see. But yeah, if you don't hear from me again now tonight, guys, then it'll be in the morning. So hopefully you will do, though. Fingers crossed I'll land another fish tonight. Well, even before it gets dark, hopefully. So yeah, until then, guys, I'll probably see you all in the morning. Tight lines.
Carpers. Not much to report this morning. It was a really quiet night, in fairness, apart from the geese again. Geese and ducks, so just quacking and squawking all bloody night long. And yeah, the wind battering on the bivvy as well, so it's been a bit of a restless night again. Getting a few bleeps on the right hand rod last night, but I'm sure it was just the geese, because it was a bit dark. Well, it was a lot dark out there, and can't really see what's going on, but it's just getting little touches every now and again. But I'm sure it was the geese when they're out there. They're getting their heads down and picking at the weed, and I think they're just knocking the line through the night. But yeah, because I weren't getting nothing on the other 2 either, so they're more over to the left as well. That one's quite a bit over to the right, so yeah, I think it was just the geese knocking that line. But yeah, like I say, it's been a real quiet night. I was actually shocked, to be fair. Woke up this morning and yeah, nothing's happened. We're now, it's 6:30 now. Just going to enjoy a nice vanilla latte. I'll go and check with Sean in a minute as well, because obviously he had that move yesterday evening. It's moved down to sort of like the middle of the lake, that area, so you can fish towards the back of one of the island that's on here there, and then there's 2 spots out on the opposite bank as well. So he went out in the boat, found a nice little gravelly spot out there, just quite close to the reeds. So we'll see how he's got on last night. Well, we've still got a good few hours to go today. I don't think anyone's jumping on behind us today, so Paul's normally alright with that, more or less. Stretch it out for an extra couple of hours. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I obviously had two bites in the daytime yesterday with pretty much the same conditions. Like the wind's still blowing up over into that reed area. So yeah, you know, I'm feeling confident. I've still got a good chance today of a bite, and maybe 2. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, for now, I'll drink my coffee, and I'll head up and check with Sean, and I'll check back in with you guys in a bit and let you know how he's got on as well. I'll get him to have a chat with us, let you know how his night's sort of gone. Yeah, until then, I'll speak to you soon.
Morning, carpers. Quick update on my side of the session. I made a move yesterday. It just went just up there. Just there's no fish, so it's. I went out in the boat, checked a few spots, had a little look around, found a few spots that I liked. So with that. I came in, like, moved swim. Before I cast it out and that, I jetted home to pick up Carly. Well, me and Chris did, and then on the way back we got a cheeky kebab again. Took an hammer in this morning, jeez. But yeah, that was out. So we munched out, got the rods back out. Well, the move did actually pay off. As this morning, 4 o'clock this morning, I bagged an 18-pound mirror carp. So
But the lazy sod let me lie in. He didn't come and bloody knock me up.
Yeah,
did he?
I didn't think he was awake, you see. I've walked halfway down and I just didn't think he was awake. So I thought, well, it wasn't like a massive fish or anything, but really, yeah, we should have had it on. I should have put it on camera. But I got pictures, so I'll get Chris to put that in. But yeah, so I've just recasted one of my rods into a wee patch like, to give that a go on a solid PVA. That's what I call it. I had my fish on as well, was a solid PVA, little like 2.5 inch, 3 inch German rig with a dumbbell wafter. So yeah, so chuffed with that. Saved a blank. The move paid off. And yeah, hopefully we still got several hours, well, a few hours yet, Chris, haven't we?
Yeah, a good few hours.
Yeah,
so I don't think anyone's booked on.
No, I think it's tomorrow they're on it, isn't it?
So yeah, Paul's normally alright with it. He'll let us slip out a couple of extra hours like, on our time. So yeah, I reckon we've got to at least just after lunchtime, something like that.
Yeah, so and the sun's piping out now. Well, it's starting to come out, and the wind's still hammering it down, but we don't care about the wind, Chris, do we?
Nah, we love the wind, mate. We love the wind, pushing the fish around.
Know what I mean? So yeah, anyway, until something carpy happens again, soy lines. Going, lad.
Right then, guys. Yeah, after a bit of a slow night and after a pretty much of a slow morning, I've just had a bounty tank, one toner. And yeah, when I seen her, I thought it was the 15-pound fully scale that I caught a few weeks back on the top lake, and they moved it down. And yeah, but it's not. It's a 19.5-pound fully scale. And my second one of the session as well, second fully scale mirror of the session. Yeah. Absolute banger, check that out.
Banger.
What a session I've had, you know, even with losing 2 fish, I still didn't expect a session like that this weekend. And yeah, we'll give her a flip round, give you a look at the other side of her.
It could be the last fish of the session, isn't it?
Could be. Right, and there's the other side. We had to get the other Pulse Fishing Tackle member in here with us as well, look. But yeah, it might be the last fish of the session, hopefully not. We still have got about 4 hours left to go, I think, something like that, 4 or 5 hours. So, you know, there's still a chance of another fish. And yeah, hopefully that falls to Sean, you know. I've been lucky enough now, I've had 3 fish banked, 5 bites. Sean's had a
pretty hard
fish.
This session.
It has been hard going, but yeah, hopefully Sean will get on there with another fish. I really do hope so. Hopefully he gets a nice 20, he deserves it. He's challenged himself this weekend, he's had the move when he needed to and everything like that. So yeah, he'd get rewarded. But let's hope he gets that nice £20 reward now to end the session.
Get a chop.
Get some shots of this one, we'll get her back. Get her back out.
Oh, nose down. There she goes.
Back off into the weeds.
She's gone.
She's gone to sulk.
She's gone. It was easy, it was like...
Nice chunk on the surface there.
Shame we're not allowed to use floaters on this lake though. Don't allow surface fishing, but
Yeah, you don't know it, do you?
Been a couple of fish around on the surface.
Boom! Oh shit.
Right guys, so yeah, just thought we'd give you a quick update of what's happening now today. We've only got about 3-4 hours left of the session, and there weren't too much going on up the other end. Nothing for Sean. There's no fish about, but what we did notice, literally as soon as the sun's come out in front of us, we're just seeing fish after fish after fish up on the surface. They're all cruising up above the top of the weed. There is only that gap between the top, but you know you're not allowed to float to surface fish here or anything like that for them. But what we have decided, we've had a little walk around the margins, and because I've only got 2 rods in at the minute, I brought the one in earlier because it wiped when I had that fish at like, it was about 10 o'clock. It wiped out one of my lines, so I thought I'll just leave it in now, just fish the other 2 rods that are out in them spots still. So I thought I'd kindly let Sean come and jump into my swim with me now. So we're just both fishing 2 rods. You know, there's more than enough water. And mine are 2 are fishing right over to the left of the swim and opposite, so Sean's over right over to the right. There's a really lovely like, overhanging set of trees there, and I've just gone round with the Polaroids on a minute ago, had a look, and there's a proper nice little clear patch there, so we've boated over to that. I've sent Sean round with the Polaroids on to go and have a look at it, like, just so he can see where he's fishing and that and be happy with it.
Got 2 mirrors.
And yeah, 2 mirrors.
2 mirrors, you see my bait's down there, you can see my bait clearly out there, there's 2 carp just mooching around. Yeah.
So, yeah, so hopefully in an hour or so, that might, maybe even sooner, that might pop off with a nice little run. And then I'll have to kick Sean in the lake. I'm just hoping you don't pull out a 30 now out of my swim. I'll be kicking myself a little bit. I'll shake his hand, but I'll stick my finger up behind his back as well.
Kissing me drink like.
But yeah, so he's got one over, sort of not far off of where I've been having more fish as well, like, just around the area. It'd be silly not to, you know. Like I say, we've got a good head of stock down in this area of the lake, and there's
a lot of fish down there. The most I've seen on top.
Up there,
nothing up there, not even top end, but the maximum we've seen in the last couple of hours there is unbelievable.
Yeah, it makes sense to try
and
to maximise the chances of getting another fish on the camera and that, you know. And I do want to see Sean have another fish. You know, I've had a great session already. You know, I've had 3 fish, lost 2 sadly, but had 3 belting fish, 2 of them fully scaled mirrors. Where a lot of people, you know, they very rarely get they see a fully scaled in here, so it's nice to have 2 in the one session. But yeah, it's Sean's turn now. He's had that nice 18 pounder. See if we can get him at least a 20, hopefully. Get into that 20s bracket, and I'll say that's it. Job done, isn't it?
Yeah, job done. Job done.
But yeah, so we'll obviously give you an update if anything happens. For now, we're going to enjoy this lovely sunshine because we've had just crap weather all weekend. We've had rain, torrential rain, storm gale winds.
Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, so yeah, I think it's time to just kick back a little bit now, relax, soak up the sun like these carp are doing, and hopefully nick another fish.
Or 2.
Or 5.
Fingers crossed.
But yeah, so until then, guys.
Yeah.
We'll see you in a bit.
Tight lines.
Tight lines.
Yes! That's my He's a nice one. That's a nice one. Right guys, made a quick move down to Chris's swim. He must have felt so sorry for me or something, but anyway, we got the rods out within, what, half hour, 40 minutes?
If that. Mate, yeah.
I've had a belt intake, which we thought was the geese at first, but then anyway, it's resulted into, well, this 31.8
PB mirror.
PB as well, yeah.
PB mirror.
A PB mirror, come on.
Oh, yeah, you can't talk, can you?
No, I can't, yeah. Yeah, it is like, I didn't know I spent this, mate. I thought,
Yeah, so
like,
obviously I knew we had loads of fish on here, so I had to monopolise that, get Sean down here fishing as well. Put him on a nice spot with some trees over there.
Get her up.
Yeah, half hour, he's had this cracking 31.8 PB mirror.
31.8.
It's not his biggest fish ever, because his PB common top 34.
34.
And so yeah, this is a PB mirror for him. So because it's a PB, as we all know, I've got a nice little treat here for him as well. So while you warm that fish there, buddy.
No worries, mate.
That's what it's all about. Let's get it. Well done.
Thank you, absolutely buzzing. Didn't spend this at the end of the session, but we already cut about hours to go. Look at that.
So let's get a bigger one. Come on.
Come on.
Yes. That's it, mate. Well done. Well done.
Spot, look at that.
Back to the depth. Sean's new PB mirror 31.8. Well done, lad.
Buzzing, mate. Thank you.
Well done.
Let me come down your swim. Oh, hang on. There she goes. Look at that. Beast. Chunk, mate.
Back in the
Chunk.
weeds, going for a sulk. Look at that.
Let's salt that.
Get in.
Get in.
Right, guys, so we've come to the end of our 48-hour session now. And yeah, what a session it has been. You know, it's gone from good to absolutely soul destroying to even better, you know what I mean?
Better, yeah.
Friday, 2 cracking fish on the bank. Sadly, Saturday, lost a couple of fish in the weed. And then yeah, I had another fully scout today. We've made that decision then to have Sean come down into the swim, because the amount of fish that were down here, you know, he just there was, yeah, there was just nothing for you to go out.
Yeah, not there. It was just.
We've never, yeah, we've black with him on the surface out here, so. You know, I'll give up one of the rods. You know, I was fishing nowhere near that area where Sean was going to be fishing anyway. So yeah, give up that rod, let Sean jump in there with me. And bish bash bosh, 31.8 PB mirror for him. Absolutely amazing, immense, you know. It's not a spot I was fishing as well, so that fish wouldn't have graced the bank today.
It wouldn't,
so, yeah, it wouldn't, mate, yeah. So it's a good job we made that decision, you know. And again, teamwork makes the dream work.
It does. Teamwork.
Definitely. But yeah, like I say, all in all, it's been a brilliant session. You know, I don't think there's been many people down here lately that have been having sessions like that. So I think we've caught it at the right weekend. We've had some immense weather, but it's been lovely and warm and that as well.
Sunburned
you know.
today, though. Burnt
May
my arms are burned. I feel a little bit sunstroke.
I got wind burn yesterday, sunburned today. But yeah, big thanks to Paul and Steve as well, you know, for allowing us to be down here and doing what we do, having a bit of the camera footage going on and that for them as well. Big thanks to them. They provide us with a great venue here with some cracking fish to go at, you know, and I hope that comes across. And I really do hope that all you lads out there on the mainland and that as well, keep it in mind, keep us in mind down here, come down and play.
Lovely fish in here, mate. Lovely fish.
Brilliant.
It's a lovely lake.
Again, they've got the caravans down here as well. If you want a little family holiday, there is a bit more of a runs water as well to go out with some good fish in there and some good catfish as well. So yeah, definitely keep them in mind and search them out on Facebook and that, you know, they'll have all the info that you need there. But yeah, so I think we're going to call it a day there. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. It's good to be back, and it's good to be back doing a bit of filming. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Sight lines.